Good morning, Todd, and good morning, UL Solutions. Thanks for inviting us today to present our tool Blue Prism's capabilities to your enterprise. I hope you all are having a good morning. Before we begin into this presentation, really wanted to ask a few questions to you guys. And those questions are pretty straightforward. Now, I understand that you are in the market to shop for various vendors because you want to tap into robotic process automation. My question for you is, why do you want to tap into robotic process automation? What value are you going to achieve from this technology once you enable it in your enterprise? Correct. You are right. You're trying to automate simple processes. My next question for you is, are you having any challenges with your current process? And honestly, I don't want you to answer that right now, but this is a question I would want you to keep in mind as we go through this presentation. So whether you go with us or whether you go with a competitor's Automation Anywhere or UiPath, the fact of the matter is that this industry, the RPA industry, which was currently valued at little over $10 billion last year in 2022, is expected to grow to $43 billion by the end of 2029. So it is a booming industry, and I think you guys have made the right leap of faith by trying to establish this technology in your company. So before we go forward, I just want to talk about the mission of our company. And Blue Prism's mission is to make work smarter and productive so that your people are free to do great things. I know that sounds pretty cool, but that's our mission. So going into the details of what Blue Prism can do for you, of course, we provide robotic process automation capabilities. We have digital workers which are basically replicating a human. So, for example, when you log into a machine to your laptop and you do some work and you log out of your laptop, our digital workers replicate and mimic those things of logging into a machine, doing some tasks which they are told to do, and then logging out. So our digital worker is like a human being in a robot. Our digital workers can automate simple and complex routine tasks, and I'm going to come to that in a second of what those tasks could be. This whole automation helps to improve process productivity and enables process improvement. And at the end of the day, your organization would get time and cost savings. And this is the ultimate motive of the whole industry of RPA, is to get the organizations to get their time and cost savings back. Now, before we go forward, I just wanted to talk about a little about what simple routine tasks could be. So I understand you all are from the finance department of UL Solutions. So I believe you guys might be having the accounting team that, for example, let's pick up the accounting team, because simple tasks with them would involve Excel work. And our tool, basically, for example, what you could do with that tool is pick up the tool. And I think an example of that would be your Excel comparisons, creating journal entries, uploading them into the system for monthly consolidations, all of that which your accounting team is doing across the enterprise. And I know that you guys are a worldwide company, so you have a lot of accountants. I was speaking to Todd earlier. He told me that you guys have a lot of accountants in your accounting team, and they spend, I think, over 200 hours per month just doing all of this as one task, and the accounting team has like 20-30 other tasks. So you're spending 200 hours just doing this work. That's what Todd told me. One digital worker could do the entire task every month of Excel comparisons, uploading into the system, posting the entries, creating logs and control logs and audit logs better than what a human could do, just if you can program it correctly. Reading emails, doing some tasks based on those emails. Workflow orchestration, which is something that has been a pain point for many of our customers, our bots can do all of that. So there's a lot of capability that we bring on the table as a tool. Before we do want to go forward, I just wanted to bring up our market forecast and just give you a high level understanding of where we stand, what is the forecast. So if you see that our global market value was at 35% increase in the next 10 years as a forecast. And in 2021, as of 2021, we are most dominant in the North America market. So I think you guys have tapped into a tool that is very commonly used across North America. So I believe we could be adding a lot of value to your organization. So moving on, the question is, why Blue Prism? And it's a fair question for you to ask. So before I go forward, I just wanted to quote something from Gartner, which is a leading analysis company that analyzes different industries of technology, and they have been looking into the RPA industry as well. And according to Gartner, Blue Prism is a RPA leader in the last 4 years. We have a market reputation and our clients trust us. We can automate simple tasks, we can automate complex tasks. Because of our digital workers, customers are seeing lesser and lesser number of manual errors which humans do while they do this manually. This improves process productivity because when there are less errors, you are spending less time troubleshooting issues, and that actually helps because it gives a lot of satisfaction to the employees as well. And of course, as we've been discussing, and even in the future, we'll be discussing about the time and the cost savings. I also did want to talk about our existing customers, the leading giants like EY, KPMG, IBM, Microsoft, Google, and Accenture. So we are pretty popular among the tech giants and we are trustworthy. So I would like to talk about our features. The features of Blue Prism are a lot, but I have picked out the few that our customers really enjoy. Blue Prism provides intelligent execution technology. The digital workers are replicating a lot of what the humans are doing. And this technology, Blue Prism, is compatible with a lot of technologies such as Outlook, SharePoint, Excel, Oracle, a leading ERP tools that you have in the market. So it is pretty common. You have your mainframes, you have your SAP, so all those technologies that are common across enterprises, Blue Prism is compatible with them. The Blue Prism servers can be hosted both in your organization as an on-prem service and also can be deployed on the cloud. We have about an equal ratio of our existing customers who want on-prem or on the cloud services. So it's no different for both the type of hosting facilities. The reporting and the analytics of Blue Prism is pretty intense. In a Blue Prism portal, you can see a lot of dashboards about how you're working, how many processes have been automated, how many processes are running daily, weekly, quarterly, annually. The work queues is a feature that Blue Prism has, which basically tells you each and every item that was executed by the bot. When was it started? When was it completed? How much time it took for completion? In how many attempts it was completed? So the entire analytics around the work queues gives you the granular description of what a bot can do. We also have a very vibrant online developer community of about 1,000 Blue Prism developers across the globe. So when your citizen developers have any question during building of automations, as a design question, as a technical question, they have a constant online developer community. You type a question, it's like a Google search. You'll get a very strong chance of an answer that matches what you want. Apart from the developer community, We have a dedicated 24/7 online customer support, and through the cloud platform that is tailored for you all, we can help you raise support tickets, and our SLA for turnaround is 4 to 5 hours, where someone will reach out to you as a dedicated point of contact and you would have your questions answered over a call. This is inbuilt into the license that you purchase, so there is no additional cost for any technical troubleshooting like login agents failing, or what, the bot's not working, or the environment is unavailable. All of those things can be taken care of with the online customer support, which is provided when you buy the license and you get access to our Blue Prism portal. The advantages of Blue Prism are many, but here are the most commonly used advantages. Because of this technology, the customers get the value for money and have a great customer experience. We've been having our customer check-ins, and that is one of the things that we've been getting to know from the customers, that they're getting the value of the whole technology. Also, according to Gartner, Blue Prism is the most secure vendor in the RPA industry for financial purposes. For example, I'm talking about a finance industry because in front of me are people from the finance department. So this could be of value to you more than if I was speaking to an IT department. That Blue Prism is the most secure technology when it comes to financial data, customer data. Scalability has been our strength. We've had customers that have started with one digital worker automating 20 to 30 processes, and within a few years, they've scaled up to 30, 40 digital workers automating over 5 to 600 processes. Yes, we've had customers who have automated 5 to 600 processes, and they've had to scale up their RPA environments to a level that can take care of that requirement. The cloud platform that is tailored for you guys not only talks about support tickets and Blue Prism as a technology, all the latest releases that Blue Prism comes up with, we do send the license key as a part of the renewal and the licenses, but a lot of information, a lot of videos for upgrades, for latest releases, comparisons, market industry, and developer communities are tailored in that cloud platform. And of course, as we've been discussing, the cost savings and the speed to value efficiency are the things that the customers value as a part of the Blue Prism robotic operating model, which we call as the ROAM. The benefits of Blue Prism are pretty straightforward, but something that our customers really like. And the benefits include direct benefits, for example, the accuracy of the work, the quality and the productivity of workers. So now you have your citizen developers building the automations, but your subject matter experts, your stakeholders, your global process owners who are not doing the work because now it is automated, but are spending quality time doing much more productive work. And I'll pick up the example of the accounting team. So if you are spending 200 hours in a month just creating journal entries, consolidating Excel files, uploading into the system, posting entries, and record bookkeeping as one of your tasks, and since accounting has a lot of different tasks, if you spend 200 hours just doing that every month across the accounting team, where do you get the time to analyze the data? So for example, if you were using Blue Prism going forward, or any technology for that matter, for example, with Blue Prism, your digital workers are taking care of your accounting process, right? Your accountants could spend, for example, time analyzing where the data came from, why for a particular operating unit your on account balance is going up or down, and discussing that with the leadership, making changes to the accounting processes and improving it so that the organization gets a direct benefit out of this thing. All because your accounting team did not have to do something which a digital worker is now replacing their work. It has been understood that because of this, I'm not saying a digital worker replaces a human, but we've noticed that a lot of our customers used to engage third party contractors to do temporary work, and that has gone down in terms of recruitment of these contractors because now you have digital workers in place of a contractor as a human being, and that digital worker is just one license that you purchase which can do the work of 5-10 contractors. So there has been a reduction in recruitment costs because your employees are now doing much more productive work. They are a lot more satisfied because they are spending time analyzing information and data over just doing record bookkeeping work, or for example the clerical work that was being done is now done by a digital worker. So your employees are spending a lot more value added time tasks and increases their satisfaction. There is a lot of reduction in risk and increase in compliance because of Blue Prism's reporting and analytics. So, our digital workers are capable of creating a lot of logs and metrics which actually help you to present information to your auditors as a part of your annual and quarterly check-ins with your auditors. So you're not spending time creating all that metrics. Here you have digital workers that can help you create all of that. So it is a reduction in your risk and an increase in compliance. All of your processes, when you automate them, you're not just automating the as is process. We've seen customers and they have given us success stories where they have talked about how they have improved their process, and that has led to process excellence, which is why we have a lot of customers who are satisfied, and Blue Prism has been recognized as a leading RPA tool in terms of customer satisfaction by Gartner. So team, before I move on, I just wanted to see if you guys have any questions for me till now, anything that you want to clarify, anything that's concerning till now. Okay, I'll take the I'll take the silence as no questions, but feel free to interject if you have anything that's concerning you. I see all of you are making a lot of notes. Don't you worry, all this presentation will be emailed to you, and we do have a few handouts that contain a summary of what the tool can do, so we can share that with you guys. That's fine. I did want to talk about the marketing plan in case you guys want to go forward with the purchase of our licenses and we do end up signing a contract. So here is where I'm going to tell you how Blue Prism will be enabling the RPA technology in your enterprise. So first of all, as you guys would be going to your C-suite leaders, the CFO, the CEOs, presenting all of this information, and we would need like an executive buy-in that you want to go forward with Blue Prism or the vendor. I can tell you beforehand that the success of this tool across any competitor that we have, it's the same for all of us. And if someone doesn't tell you this, they're not doing a good job. But here is where I need to tell you this. Take this as a warning, take this as a lesson from other customers, take this however you want. You will need in-house IT, audit, and compliance support. This technology cannot work without the support of your internal IT team. Blue Prism's customer support team will help you in all the stages, but your in-house IT is the one who is going to help you set up your infrastructure, the initial troubleshooting, the license deployment, your cab calls, the change advisory board meetings that you have, server updates, all of that will come from your IT. Your internal audit team needs to bless this from the very beginning. They would need to audit your infrastructure you should ideally run your processes by the audit department so that you are in compliance with all the leading IT audits that happen on this technology. I cannot tell you how imperative this step is, and it is very important. I warn you from the very beginning. So once you have your executive buy-in, and once you have a buy-in from your in-house IT and your audit teams, you are going to set up an RPA, Center of Excellence team. Now, in summary, what this team should ideally do or like consist of is, as a very basic setup, 1 to 2 citizen developers, 1 to 2 business analysts, and a manager that controls the team, ideally from an IT team, because Blue Prism is not something that is readily available in your company. So you would need someone as a manager who has the IT knowledge and the background. As of now, this is the smallest team that could start this technology. And of course, you have your IT support. Then Blue Prism will come and it'll provide training for the citizen developers and your business analyst about how to create the documentation, process definition documents, your internal process analysis, initial process analysis documents, your solution design documents, how do you begin Blue Prism development, how do you do UAT, how do you migrate the code from your dev environment to the production environment, what kind of servers you need, how many databases you need, all of that. For your first 6 months, we will walk you through, because we will be giving you two of our technical resources who will help you get your feet on the ground with your first two processes. All of that cost is already built into your license, so you are not spending any money on top of buying the license. That is a perk that only Blue Prism, I can vouch for that, only Blue Prism in the market offers this facility of providing two resources to help you get your feet wet in this technology. Your infrastructure, as I said, the ROAM model, the robotic operating model, the whole model will be provided as an assistance by Blue Prism because of the technical resources. Then you guys have to basically go and sell this technology to your global process owners, your internal stakeholders, so that they come to you with processes that they want to automate. And then you would have Blue Prism develop, like Blue Prism would be used to develop those processes by your citizen developers. The entire training will be provided by Blue Prism. And as a best practice, maybe after 3-4 months, we would encourage you to check in with your process owners to see what is the time and the cost savings that they have realized out of this automation. And ideally, our customers then go to the C-suite leaders, the executive meetings, and report back those findings so that we get more sponsorship for this technology. So that is a 6-month timeline of how to get started with the technology, how to build a few automations, and then how to deploy them, how to realize the time savings, and how to slowly scale up. In summary, but before that, sorry, any questions that anyone has? I see one question and I would go back to the slide. Yes, Ryan, I see you have a question. Okay, you want to talk about the training cost. So as a part of your license, there is a free foundational training that Blue Prism has, and that covers the lengths and breadths of a process studio in Blue Prism, the object studio. It helps the developers build a basic foundational training. The setup of that training is free of cost. There is no cost associated with it. And after that training is completed, we do have the in-house, the people who who Blue Prism sends, like the two in-house consultants that will be with you for the first 6 months. They will help your developers complete that training and then validate the results from that training. And once that is done, then they will help you build the first two bots, but there is no separate cost for that training. Exactly. So that's the benefit of Blue Prism. You buy the first license or one or two licenses, and all of this comes in a package of your two resources and your license and your free trainings and your support for the Roam operating model infrastructure. That's all built into the license. So I'm telling you, our customers do tell us that they get the value for money. So this is how they get the value for the money. Anyways, thank you for the question. I would just want to summarize what we've discussed till now in my business proposition. So we went over why Blue Prism, where we are feeding a lot of data into Blue Prism. The output comes in terms of time and cost savings, so you can see the time and cost savings for yourself. We've known that stakeholders have reduced the number of contractors that they have been hiring. Your revenue is realized in terms of your cost savings. So there is no direct cost savings, it's an indirect cost saving, if I may say it in that way. What I mean is, you're not going to get money in cash because you deployed this technology, but the reduction in cost that is spent on your processes is is basically your revenue out of this technology. And the best part is, you're tapping into a technology that is growing manifolds in the future years, and you have digital workers who are replacing human efforts for non-value added tasks, which is actually helping you increase your throughput and improving your process efficiency, which ultimately is leading to a highly secure environment, and that is basically leading to IT and audit compliance. So all in all, when you tap into the RPA industry and specifically Blue Prism, you are basically doing the right thing from an IT perspective, audit perspective. There is time reduction, there is cost reduction. You are moving towards process excellence, which has been a growing term and a growing, I would say, growing topic of discussion in a lot of seminars and conferences that we've attended, that we've seen our customers talk about, because there is a leading effort in the world to improve processes, which is where something like Blue Prism comes in very handy. So that was my presentation. Any questions? Oh, no questions. Wow. So, uh, how did it go? Any feedback that you had? Do you want to take some more time to soak this all in? I know there was a lot of information there, or you're ready to make a decision. By the way, question, any like, have you already spoken to the other vendors, or we were the first ones? Oh, we were the first one, we were the last ones to that you guys have spoken with. So, what is your feedback about the comparison? You like Blue Prism more. I kind of knew that because a lot of our customers who began RPA did say that they like Blue Prism more than the competitors. I mean, I'm a salesperson. I'm supposed to say go and buy Blue Prism, but I'll be very honest to you. The value for money that you get with Blue Prism is much more than the value of money that you would get with something like Automation Anywhere or UiPath. And not just as a salesperson, I have myself seen those two tools as well. This is an informal conversation, but I've seen those two tools, and I also feel Blue Prism personally gives more value for money. Like the first 6 months of setting it up and training, it gives a lot of value. So, anyways, you just let me know what you guys feel. If you want another presentation, another call with the leadership, we can do that as well. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. Maybe you want me to repeat the whole presentation in front of the leadership, the C-suite leadership, we can do that. Or if you just want to sign a contract with us or discuss the licensing, negotiate with us on all of that is possible. But just let us know and we'll be there for you. Thank you so much.